UFC Fight Night predictions for Ian Garry versus Carlos Prates happening now in April 26th. As of the time of this recording, it is April 23rd, so it's about 3 days until the pay-per-view. And I think I'm going to do predictions from prelims all the way to the main card. And it's going to be good because, you know, it's been like around the 11 days since I made a video. Just been super busy with life. I know I always say that, but like the older you get, the busier you get. Anyways, let's start it off. Let's go with the first fight of the night with the prelims is Chelsea Chandler versus Jocelyn Edwards. I'm going to go with Jocelyn Edwards by a decision. You guys know there's like a female around my account with women's MMA. I don't really know anything about women's MMA because I don't really pay attention to them. So I'm just going to go based off of what I think who win. I don't have anything to add on. Next fight at the featherweight men's division is Timothy Comba versus Roberto Romero. I'm actually going to go with Romero. I have a feeling that Romero is going to get it done by a decision. And that's pretty much about it. Next fight, Jacqueline Amor versus Poliana Viana. I'm going to go with Jacqueline. Jacqueline has 9 wins, 1 loss versus Poliana, who has 13 wins, 7 losses. I'm just going to go with Jacqueline by decision. Next fight in the bantamweight division, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cameron Simon. I'm going to go with Malcolm Wellmaker. He's undefeated. He's a little bit older at bantamweight at 30 years old. You know, I'm not sure if he can even be considered a prospect at 30. I feel like you have to be at least like 28, 29. And after you reach the 30 age, you can't really be considered a prospect anymore. But I'm pretty confident picking Malcolm Wellmaker just because he's undefeated at bantamweight. He's a little bit older. Cameron Simon has 9 wins, 2 losses, and he's 24. So he's a bit of a youngster. I'm not sure why I'm calling someone who's older than me a youngster, but Malcolm Wellmaker, I think he gets it done by decision, or I have a feeling it could be a knockout. Next fight, also at bantamweight, Damon Blackshear versus Alawan Healy. I'm actually going to go with Damon Blackshear. I think I've seen this guy fight once before. I've yet to seen Altong Healy fight. It's the first time I heard this guy's name, actually. You know how it is with the UFC, they're kind of like drowning out these cards by putting mid-fighters or fighters you never heard, and then people will always claim, oh, you're a casual, you don't know about this and that, for not knowing about what this guy is like or where he's originally from. But I'm just going to go with Damon, and I'm going to go with Damon by KO. All right, next fight in the featherweight division, Chris Gutierrez versus John Costastan. I'm going to go with Castena, I think. I'm going to go with Chris Gutierrez, actually. Both of you guys are old. Gutierrez is 34. Costastan or John is 33. The only thing I really know Gutierrez for is knocking out Frankie Edgar. I don't really know him for anything else. You know, and unfortunately, Gutierrez didn't really do anything with his career. And I doubt he's going to at 34 in the bantamweight division, or not bantamweight, featherweight division. I have a feeling that it's just over for Gutierrez at this point. Like, he's not really going to be a serious contender, but I have a feeling he's going to win by decision or round 2 KO. Anyways, next fight, Evan Elder versus God Young in the lightweight division. I'm going to go with Evan Elder, and I have nothing else to add on to this fight because they have the same record of 9 wins, 2 losses, but I never heard of both of these fighters before. All right, next fight at flyweight division, Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. I'm going to go with Matt Schnell just because, you know, I've seen Schnell fight before, and I think I might have seen Jimmy Flick's one fight before. I don't know. I think I might have seen one, but I've seen Matt Schnell fight before. And I know he's not exactly like prime time like fighter at flyweight, but you know, he's a decent watch. So I'm gonna go with Matt Schnell by submission by you know what? Round 3rd submission. I don't know why, I'm just feeling like it, even though it's very unlikely. So this is what I wanted to talk about. This is when it gets good. The prelim cards, forget about it. There's only like one good fight in the prelim cards. The main card, however, is actually kind of stacked for a fight night. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Munoz. I'm gonna go with Ikram. And I'm gonna go with Ikram by I have a feeling that he's going to like win a point-based decision. I could be wrong, though. Ikram only lost to Whitaker and Khamzat Chimaev, so he's a really good fighter. Losing to Whitaker is no shame, and losing to Khamzat is definitely no shame, especially considering, as of the timing of this recording, you know, there's rumors that he might be fighting Caio Barajo for the interim title since Dricus du Plessis pulled out. But I'm going to go with Ikram by decision. Next fight, welterweight, Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. I'm going to go with Randy Brown. You know, I'm going to go with Brown by... I want to say knockout. I'm feeling like a TKO in round 1 for some odd reason. I don't know why. It's one of those fights where I just have a feeling for some odd reason, and I feel like it's going to go that way. But you know how my predictions are. They're usually kind of wrong. Anyways, next fight at middleweight division, Michel Pereira versus the Abus Magomedov. I'm going to go with Abus. Now, here's the thing about both of these guys. Michel Pereira and Abus Magomedov, or Magomedov, both of these guys have terrible issues with their cardio, man. Like, they're not, they've been known to have really bad cardio, so I'm kind of, like, not really, like, I know it's going to be a banger for, like, the first round, But then after that, that's when like it's gonna go to shit. Next fight, or actually, my bad. My prediction for this fight is I'm gonna pick a boost by decision, a painful decision, or a round 2 TKO. Next fight, Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. I'm gonna go with Giga by decision. I just think Giga can get it done, and Onama isn't really that special as people say he is, even though Giga's a little bit older at 36. But I'm pretty confident. Co-main event, Anthony Smith versus Yang Mi Jiang. I'm going to go with Zhang, man. I think Anthony Smith is cooked. I think he's busted. I think it's over for him. I don't think he can do it anymore, you know? And I'm going to have to finish the video up quick because, you know, I actually have to bounce. So I'll try to give my quick one out, but I think Zhang is going to win by a KO in the first or second. Ian Garry versus Carlos Prates, the main event, the people's fight that we all want to see. I have a feeling that Prates could pull this off, man. As stupid as that sounds, I have a feeling he could pull it off. Garry is very good. He's actually, I would say he's actually underrated now, you know? Even though the Shavkat fight kind of made both fighters lose like a little bit of their presence or aura, as some people would say. You know, I want to pick Prates. I know the logical pick is Ian Garry, but I have a feeling that Prates could get it done. And if he does get it done, I feel like it's going to be one of those KOs. I feel like Garry is just going to be constantly moving so he doesn't get hit by Prates. And I feel like Ian Garry can put a wrestling clinic or a grappling clinic just to keep him off his feet. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll go with Carlos Prates by knockout in a round third. It's crazy as that sounds. The logical pick is Ian Garry. If you're a betting man, I suggest you pick Ian Garry. Don't follow my advice. But I'm going to go with Carlos Prates just because I feel like it could be done. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I did this video a little bit of a hurry because I actually got to bounce real quick. But, you know, I'm going to try to make more videos because I really need to. It's just that I've been super busy with life, so I'll see if I can get to it. And thanks for 70 subscribers, guys. I really appreciate it. See you guys in the next video.